Hello everyone, myself M.A. Mahant, working in Computer Science and Engineering Department as an assistant professor in Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. So today we are going to discuss the topic coupling, cohesion and open closed principle used in software engineering. Learning outcomes. At the end of this session, student will be able to describe coupling and cohesion used in design of software engineering, describe open closed principle used in software engineering. First, we are going to see the concept modularization. So, modularization is the process of dividing a software system into multiple independent modules, whereas each module works independently. The advantage of modularization in software engineering, some of these are given below. First is easy to understand the system. Second advantage, system maintenance is easy. Third advantage, a module can be used many times as the requirement. No need to write it again and again. Coupling. The coupling concept is the measure of the degree of interdependence between the modules. A good software will have low coupling. So these are the different types of coupling. The first is direct coupling, the second one is data coupling, the third one is stamp coupling, the fourth one is control coupling, fifth one external coupling, then common coupling and content coupling. So here these are the different types of module coupling. There are various types of module coupling as given in the diagram. So the order of this coupling is from worst to best. So the final, that is content coupling, is the worst, and the direct coupling is the best in the coupling type. So in the figure, the list of coupling can be given along with the direction shows from worst coupling to the best coupling. That is, content coupling is the best coupling. Content coupling is the worst coupling, and direct coupling is the best coupling. So these are the types of coupling. We are going to see all the types one by one. So these are the types are data coupling, stamp coupling, control coupling, external coupling, common coupling, and content coupling. So here these are the different types of coupling. We are going to see the different types of coupling one by one. The first type is data coupling. So if the dependency between the module based on the fact that they communication by passing only data, then the module is said to be data coupled. In data coupling, the components are independent to each other and communicating through data. Modules communication don't constrain tramp data. Example, customer billing system. The second type is stamp coupling. In stamp coupling, the complete data structure is passed from one module to another module. Therefore, it involves the tramp data. It may be necessary due to efficiency factor. This choice made the insightful designer, not a lazy programmer. Third type of coupling is the control coupling. If the module's communication by passing control information, then they are said to be control coupled. It can be bad if parameters indicate completely different behavior, and good if parameter allow factoring and use of reuse of functionality. Example, sort function and take comparison function as an argument. External coupling. In external coupling, the modules depend on other module external to the software being developed or to a particular type of hardware, for example, protocol, external file, device format, etc. The next type of coupling is common coupling. The modules have shared data such as global data structure. The changes in global data means tracing back to all modules and access that data to evaluate the effect of change, so that it can uh, got advantages like difficulty in reusing modules, reduced ability to control data access, and reduced maintainability. The next type of coupling, content coupling. In a content coupling, the one module can modify the data of another module, or control flow is passed from one module to another module. This is the worst form of coupling and should be avoided. Next part is cohesion. Cohesion is a measure of degree of to which the elements of the module are functionality related. It is the degree to which all elements directed towards performing a single task are contained in the component. Basically, cohesion is the internal glue that keeps the modules together So a good software design will have high cohesion. So these are the different types of module cohesion. First is functional cohesion, second is sequential cohesion, third one is communication cohesion, fourth one is procedural cohesion, fifth one is temporal cohesion, sixth one is logical cohesion, seventh one is this coincidental cohesion. So the worst is coincidental cohesion and the best is the functional cohesion. So these are the different types of cohesion can be shown in the figure. Now we are going to see each and every cohesion one by one. So this first is functional cohesion. So every essential element for a single computation is contained in the component. A functional cohesion performs the task and functions. It is an ideal situation. The second is sequential cohesion. An element of output, some data that becomes the input or for other element, that is data flow between the parts. It occurs naturally in functional programming languages. Next is communicational cohesion. Two elements operate on the same input data, contribute towards the same output data. Example, updated record in the database and send it to the printer. The third type of cohesion is procedural cohesion. Elements of procedural cohesion ensure the order of execution. Actions are still weak connected and unlikely to be reusable. The For example, calculate the student GPA, print student record, calculate community GPA, print community GPA. So, temporal cohesion, the elements are related by their timing involved. The as the a module connected with the temporal cohesion, all the tasks must be executed in the same time span. This cohesion contains the code for initializing all parts of the system. Lots of different activities occur all at unit time. Next is logical cohesion. The elements of logic related and functionality. For example, a component reads the inputs from tape, disk, and network. All the code for these functions is in the same component. Operations are related, but the functions are significantly different. Next form is coincidental cohesion. The elements are not related. They are unrelated. The elements have no conceptual relation other than the location in the source code. It is an accidental and the worst form of cohesion. For example, print next line and reverse the characters of a string in a single component. Think and write. Now I am going to ask one question to all the students that a dash cohesion perform the task and functions. Option A is functional, option B sequential, option C logical, option D temporal. So pause the video and write the answer. So the correct answer is A, functional. So a functional cohesion perform the task and functions. Advantages of cohesion. High cohesion leads to the increased module reusability because the developer of the application will easily find the component they look for in the cohesive set of operation offered by the module. The system mentality will be increased due to logical changes in the domain affecting fewer modules. The module complexity also reduces when there is a high cohesion in the programming. Advantages of coupling. It helps in identifying the dependencies of each module with other module. It is mainly used for increasing the quality and performance of the software application as the analysis aids in keeping the coupling value. Coupling supports the reusability of the functionality amongst the modules. When dependency between the module is less, the chance done in one unit will not affect the other. It provides room for a better method for the maintenance of the project. Now we have to differentiate between the coupling and cohesion. So coupling is also called intermodule binding. Cohesion is also called intramodule binding. Coupling shows the relationship between module. Cohesion shows the relationship within the module. Coupling shows the relative interdependence between the modules. Cohesion shows the module's relative functional strength. While creating, you should aim for low coupling, that is dependency among modules should be less. While creating, you should aim for high cohesion, that is A cohesive component or module focus on a single function with little interaction with other modules of the system. In coupling, modules are linked to the other module. In cohesion, module focuses on a single thing. Now we are going to see the open close principle. In object oriented programming, the open close principle states the software entities, classes, modules, function, etc. should be open for extension but closed for modification. That is, such an entity can allow its behavior to be extended without modifying the source code. These are the references. Thank you.